Alright guys, I'm going over the rubric and the budget with you. So if you pull up the rubric, you've got the sections that are breaking it down. The first one is creativity, 15 points. The topic is creative. You are able to hold my attention and use engaging writing. The details and ideas about the poverty life were well done. So that would be creativity. Formatting, 20 points, and that's concerning paper length. That's also concerning grammar, punctuation, spacing, citations, word choice, spelling, all of those different things. So that's worth 20 points. The budgets are 10 points. Both the real and fictional poverty budget were done well and detailed, and the tuition amount is correct. So again, with the tuition, just remember you're only going to list that in the first budget. In-class academic sources, 20 points. You use at least two in-class academic sources, you use them thoroughly and integrate them well into the paper. The in-paper citations are done correctly. So I mentioned the ones before. You've got the textbook, you've also got the article, and you've got the two videos. I want you to use at least two of those, and use them throughout the paper. Don't just put like one citation each from in there, because you're not going to get full credit for that. But use at least two. If you want to use three or you want to use all four, that's fine, go ahead and do that, but use at least two and use them thoroughly. Every semester I have students who don't use any sources, and it drops their grade big time, because you look, it's worth 20 points. If you take 20 away from 75, that's a lot of points to take away. That ends up knocking the grade down to like a 71 if the paper is perfect otherwise, and that's not usually the case. So please make sure you use the sources, because if not, that 0 points on that will completely drop your grade on the paper. Cohesion, 10 points. It stays on topic and supports the thesis, so whether you think the guidelines are realistic or not. Ideas are connected throughout the paper, and your stance is clear throughout the paper. So that's the rubric, so that way you guys know that's exactly how I'm going to grade it. There's no surprises. You guys, whenever you get that rubric with the grade in the comments, there won't be any surprises there. And then I've got the monthly budget here, just an example. I just want something really simple and straightforward. You can pull up this template that I've got saved on there and use it. That's fine. I just want a column with you listing the expense, and then the amount, and then totaling it at the bottom. If you look at the things I've got listed there, health insurance, rent, food, student loans you won't have on there because you're not technically paying on them yet, or you wouldn't be paying on them during college, so you don't have to worry about that. Cell phone, internet, Netflix, car payment, insurance, tuition for the first budget. So you've got all these different things listed. And if, when you look at these, you're not going to have all of them. What I did was I tried to think of just about anything possible that you might have on your budget that's possible. But again, so if you use my template that I have, like if you don't have something on there, then just go ahead and delete it. So like for instance, student loans, you would go ahead and delete that because you're not going to be paying on them while in college. Child care, you don't have a kid, just remove that. So just remove anything that's not an expense. And if there's something on there that's an expense that I don't have, add it to it. Just make sure you total it at the bottom. I think honestly that's it. With the citations, I didn't print out the paper for it. I've got those two on there. One shows you how to do the work cited, and the other one shows you how to cite in the paper. Basically, the ones you're going to be using, as far as citations go, you're going to use text or articles. Those are the one you'll use that for in-paper citation, and also a movie as well, because the documentary's on there. And as far as finding out the information for the documentaries, as far as the year and the author, or the director, I guess you would say, just go to Google and search it. It's pretty simple to find. And when you're going through and doing these citations, if you want to send them to me and say, I'm not really sure if this is right, how does this look? And I'll give you feedback on it. I'm not going to do it for you, but if you go ahead and try it and you're not sure about it, send me what it looks like and I'll let you know if it's correct or not, and I'll help you out on it. But yeah, so any questions over citations? I know that ASA is different. A lot of people use MLA or APA, but I use the sociological one, and it's honestly not that different from the other ones. It's really not. So just use those different handouts that I have on there. And like I said, if you go through and make the citations or the word citing, you're not sure, just send them to me and I'll let you know. I'll help you out with it. So any questions, just let me know, guys.